Hello folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. So, much to Frank Warren's chagrin, as he commented on this on an interview he gave to Box Nation earlier today, it appears that the cat is out of the bag, so to speak, with respect to Oleksandr Usyk v. Daniel Dubois 2. The Ring magazine is reporting, and the Sun newspaper in Great Britain is reporting, that a venue and a date has been penciled in for this fight. Now, this is one of those things where I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed. Bear with me. I really wanted to see Oleksandr Usyk fight Joseph Parker. That was my first choice. My second choice, to be honest, would have been Oleksandr Usyk and Ajit Kabayel. I would have liked to have seen Daniel Dubois against Joseph Parker. I would have liked to have seen Daniel Dubois against Ajit Kabayel. The last fight that I really wanted to see, but the one that I thought we would see, is Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois number 2. Now, my reasoning is, first of all, I don't see the need for Usyk to beat every British fighter twice. I generally don't like rematches, and I think that they're just trying to, spin the dial as many times as they can so that, somebody will beat Usyk. The other reason I don't want to see Usyk Dubois is my personal opinion. This is just one guy's opinion, and I know many subscribers to this channel will be fans of Daniel Dubois. As you know, I'm not. I don't think that Daniel deserves a chance. My reasoning is he was stopped in the first fight, and I really dislike his behavior when he got into the ring after Usyk had beaten Fury. These are just my opinions, okay? And I respect people who have a different view on this. But nobody gives a rat's rear end what I think or what my opinion is, and it looks like that Usyk Dubois 2 is going to proceed. The date that's been penciled in is Saturday, July the 12th. And apparently, according to the Ring magazine, which the Sun newspaper is repeating, a contract is in the final stages for Usyk and Dubois to fight at Wembley Stadium. So, what do we think? Well, Dubois has said, definitely July, a big fight in July against Usyk. That's what I want. Dubois has said there's talks, negotiations happening behind the scenes. The two teams are going back and forth. And then he said, I'm just doing my job as a fighter and staying ready and getting prepared for when I get a call on whoever is next. I'm ready to unleash hell. The Usyk fight would be like the AJ fight, but way bigger. The biggest fight in the world, that's the fight that really excites me, and there's revenge there as well. The Usyk fight for Undisputed would create history. That would be a massive historic event. I really wish that they would just let go of this revenge thing. Like, the team seems to think that Dubois had the first fight, stolen from him, because they believe, or they want us to believe, that what the referee deemed a low blow was a legitimate body shot, that Usyk was down, that he would not have been able to get up if the ref had started a count. Don Charles, that bloviating fool, has gone on record to say now that he's had medical evidence to support that Usyk was in spasms and couldn't possibly have gotten up. And all this sort of stuff, which honestly, I think it just loses Daniel fans. Like, I would have been more supportive of Daniel if he'd said, you know what, the better man won on the night. I thought I was unlucky with the low blow fiasco, but hey, it is what it is. I'm ready to, carry on with my career. That would have been way better. But this harping on, I think, has just turned people off. It's turned me off. Now, the positive things that Daniel's done, of course, is that he stopped Big Pharma Miller. He then had that spectacular win over Filip Hrgovic, stopping him as well with cuts. And then the absolutely devastating highlight reel knockout of Anthony Joshua. Meanwhile, Oleksandr Usyk, of course, has gone on to beat Tyson Fury twice. The first fight, split decision. Second fight, unanimous decision. Personally, I actually thought it was sort of the other way around. But hey, what can you do, right? And maybe I'm sort of, even more excited by the first fight because of that spectacular 9th round battering around the ring knockdown that Usyk delivered to Fury. The second fight, I thought Fury actually did better. But hey, the judges saw it the different way around, Anyhow, it's too early to have a prediction. Usyk is 38, Dubois 27. They've got similar number of professional fights, 23 and 24. Usyk is unbeaten. Dubois is beaten, but beaten by Joe Joyce, beaten by Usyk. I think that's it, actually. Dubois is the much bigger man. Similar reach. I think they're both around that 78 inches. I will be Team Usyk. If this fight goes ahead, I will be Team Usyk all the time, twice on Sundays. I understand that many people watching this video will be Team Dubois, particularly, if you're from Britain, you probably want to put the Union Jack on and, he's your man and all that. And fair play. I'm not criticizing you for that. I'll be Team Usyk, but I tell you what, I'll put some money on Dubois. I want 100% for Usyk to win. I think Usyk will win, but I'll put some money on Dubois because if Dubois wins, then at least winning some money will make me feel a little bit better. And I don't think it'll be a walk in the park for Usyk at all. I worry about Father Time. I'm going to say this, and I don't care who it offends, I'd want to see VADA testing every frickin' hour on the hour on this fight. There's something, as you all know, I've talked about this until the cows come home, that I am very suspicious about by any means necessary. I don't trust Don Charles, and I don't trust Stan Dubois, and I'm not saying anything bad about Daniel, but I believe he's controlled, and I am very concerned about Daniel Dubois being assisted, shall we say that. I still hold a small hope that this fight won't go ahead and that the Joseph Parker fight would go ahead with Usyk. That one I'd be torn as to who to cheer for, to be honest with you. I'm very fond of Joseph Parker. I'm very fond of Usyk. I think they're both really good. They're really both really good blokes, But if the Dubois fight goes ahead, I'll be Team Usyk all the way. But I'll be kind of like looking through my fingers a little bit. I will worry about a whole bunch of things. Like I said, the whole PED thing will worry me, and quite frankly, judging will worry me. So it remains to be seen. But clearly, if it goes ahead in Wembley Stadium, I'm pretty certain it'll be a sellout. I would imagine it would be every bit as popular as the Anthony Joshua fight was, and that's sold out. In fact, I think they had to get extra tickets They had to get permission from the local authority to increase the capacity. I think that's what I read, anyhow. So it'll be a massive fight. Of course, I'll be watching it. Of course, I'll be excited for it. But let's see. Let's see where it goes. It isn't often that the Ring magazine is wrong these days. Mike Coppinger, I think, is reporting it. I read the Sun article. I'll just have a quick look at the Ring magazine and see who the byline is. I think it was Mike Coppinger. And, he seems to have his finger really, on the pulse, as it were. No doubt Frank Warren would be mad. Yes, it is Mike Coppinger. So let me just see if there's anything on this that I haven't talked about. No, it's pretty much all as it was reported in the Sun newspaper. So yeah, I would say this is going to happen. Interestingly, the Sun had a little reader poll at the bottom. Who did they think was going to win? And I think it was about 64% were picking Usyk, with the remainder picking Dubois. So I think Usyk's going to have a lot of support in Britain. I don't think it's going to be a really hostile crowd. I mean, I think a lot of British fans have actually really taken to Usyk, and for good reason, right? He's a really, I think he's a fighter worth supporting, and I'll leave it at that. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Get your dog and your cat to subscribe. and I will see you on the next video. I won't be uploading quite so much in the next 10 days or so. I am going on vacation with my domestic team leader. And I'll try and upload as frequently as I can. I've got a few things in the members only section which will become available for everybody else while I am away, but there might not be as the frequency that there is when I'm here as the master of my own domain, because I will be under strict supervision. Probably people understand how that is. Okay, folks, thanks very much. Appreciate your time as always.